Hi, this is Amanda with Tiki Bar Soap, and today I'm going to be shaving with this razor that one of my customers, Sly, sent me. He said that he doesn't really like using it very much since he uses mostly straights now, and he thought maybe I would get some use out of it. So it's sort of like a Shavette, but it's just like, it doesn't fold up. It looks sort of like a knife, and then the blade goes in this part right here. And he called it an injector, but it comes with these Japanese blades. They're called Feather Professional blades. And I didn't inject the blade, I just took this part off and put the blade in right here. So I've not shaved with this yet. This is my first shave, so hopefully I won't cut myself. I'm using my standard brush. It's my PAV Brushworks synthetic brush. And I'm going to be shaving with Soap Commander Passion today. So for those of you who are not familiar with this scent, it is very nice. It's like teakwood and cardamom, and it's a pink color, but the color doesn't really impart on the lather. It just makes it look nice. So I also have my water prepped in my shaving bowl, so I'm going to soak my brush. And start my lather. And before I started the video, I kind of prepped with a sugar scrub because I wanted to make sure that I got all of the dead skin off. So I do that like 2 to 3 times a week. If you're going to scrub your face, I would suggest something a little bit milder than sugar. Sugar scrubs are kind of abrasive for the face, but you can use something like an all-natural scrub with smaller grain particles, but sugar's pretty big, so I wouldn't scrub my face with that. So I have the lather now, and I'm going to get started on this leg because it's easier to see. So for those of you who are not familiar with the Soap Commander soap, it's very rich in shea butter, which you can definitely feel whenever you are applying the soap, as well as for the post-shave feel. It's really a nice soap. Carrie and Darren are great people, and they make a great product. Okay, so I have the leg basically ready to go. You can see how thick the lather is. I still have plenty left. So I'm just going to put my brush right there. And what I'm going to do is basically the same as shaving with a Shavette. I have not used this before though, like I said. So I'm going to take a very shallow angle and go very slowly. Zero pressure. Like I said, hopefully I don't cut myself, but you guys are watching the first time that I've ever used this. I did not practice on the other leg. And again, what I'm doing is, as I am removing the hairs and the shaving soap, I am taking the blade with the hair and shaving soap and wiping it on a towel. And there goes the soap. So it should go up there. As long as that's not me falling off though, it will be okay. Soap can be a casualty, but I don't want to fall and hurt myself. Which I might do because I'm pretty clumsy. Okay, so I've gotten this section removed so far, and it's looking good. No cuts, no irritation. And you know, that's probably in part from the soap, and probably in part because I scrubbed my legs beforehand. You don't want to use sugar scrub on your legs every single day, but a couple of times a week, like 2 to 3 times a week is really good because especially in the winter, you're going to have lots of dead, dry skin. Again, just, you know, removing the soap and hair to keep a clean blade by wiping it on the towel. And just going very slowly. And I'm not sure if you can see, but I'm holding it at about a 30-degree angle. So Sly told me that that was the angle that you should use. With my regular Shavette, I use between 30 and 45 degrees. So I'm going to try to kind of scoot back here to get on this part of my leg. And as I'm going, just, you know, remove more and more soap. You want to make sure the blade is clean though, so that you can get the best results. And Sly also told me that these blades work for like 10 uses. So that's nice because the Astro blades that I normally use, I toss them after 2 to 3 uses because they seem to start to get dull. So hopefully this means fewer blades to buy for this razor. Although he did give me probably 20 blades. And in return, I am sending him well, actually 2 custom shaving soaps and some makeup, some mineral makeup, eyeshadow, foundation, lip gloss, and nail polish for his fiance, Angela. So you guys will be getting that in the mail. I'm finishing up and sending that off today. So I'm liking this. It's working really well. I was sort of afraid because I've heard so many scary things about feather blades, but it seems to actually be working really well. I mean, I'm having to apply absolutely no effort. It's just sort of like removing the hair for me. All I have to do is move the razor against the direction of growth, and it's basically shearing off the hair. And like I said, with this Soap Commander shaving soap, let's see if the ingredients are on the top. No, they're not. So while I'm finishing up, I will read the ingredients to you guys. Looks like it has stearic distilled water, shea butter, coconut oil, castor oil, and fragrance. Those are the oils used. So it definitely has lots of shea butter because that's like the 3rd ingredient. So shea butter is awesome. So is cocoa and cocoa butter. They're all really good for your skin. Any type of exotic oil or butter is going to be great for your skin. The only thing with the soap is that it sort of starts to like dry out. So like right now it's starting to dry out on my skin. It's not drying my skin, but like the soap itself is starting to dry on my skin, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to refresh it with a little bit of water because that will help it to be less cakey. Because once it dries like that, it sort of starts to flake off. And I like to have enough moisture so that I don't tug and pull and cut myself. But again, not a big deal. Just add a little bit of water and you're good to go. So like I've said in my other videos, shaving knees, that's like the hardest thing for me. If I cut myself, now will be the time. Don't laugh. But knees are really hard for me to shave. They are bony and hairy and just begging to be cut. So what I'm doing here to try to avoid that is just using the very tip edge of the razor. And if you can see here, I'll show you. I'm pulling the skin back and just sort of scraping at a very light angle like that. And I typically make a star pattern with the knee. I think this video may be longer than others too because this is the first time that I've used this. And so I wanted to go extra slow and extra careful because especially when you're dealing with a sharp blade and a razor that you've never used before, you don't want to just take off super fast, you know, with free abandon and wind up with 500 cuts and nicks everywhere. So I'm assuming if you're using this to shave your face, it would be basically the same principle. And probably the area that guys have the most trouble with, like girls have issues with knees, would be like the underneath the neck part right there. So I would assume that's the part that you guys have to go the slowest on. But this blade is working great. Like I really like this. I think my water is dripping, sorry. I'm only going to shave one leg in this video so you guys can see. So I'm getting to the point now where it is shaving yoga pose time. I've been sort of slouching here. My posture isn't that great because I'm trying to focus on not cutting myself and not falling off of the tub. So I think I've been sitting like sideways the whole time. So now I'm going to stand up and let's see which direction. I guess I can go this way and reach back and get the back part. And I know a lot of women say that the underneath the knee is the hardest part to get, like right here. So you can easily reach it if you just bend back like this. Another option is if you want to prop your leg up on the sink. I may show that in a subsequent video on how to prop your leg up onto the sink or onto a wall or something for support. But you can just as easily sit in a chair or something. I think Shantae, who does videos, will shave in a chair frequently. And I think that's another good thing to do. You can easily accomplish what you need by sitting in a chair. So as you can see here, this is the last part of the leg that has some hair growth. And I'm just going underneath, making sure to be very careful and pulling the skin back. You want to make sure that the skin is tight always because that means less likelihood of cutting yourself. And the feet are another region that are difficult to shave because of, again, they're bony and easy to nick and cut around the toes. And one of the things, if you're going to start using a Shavette, that you have to pay close attention to is that if you're going to cut yourself, you're more likely to cut yourself not when you're actually shaving, but when you are deciding to switch positions. Like, you know, I'm going to turn my leg from this side to this side, and you're thinking about how you're turning your leg, and you have the Shavette in your hand, and you accidentally just do this. Like, you move your leg and you cut it accidentally. Usually those type of cuts occur not actually from shaving, but from mishandling the razor. At least in my experience. The only time I've ever cut myself is like if I forget that I'm holding the razor and then just sort of drop it on my leg. Which has happened less frequently since I've started doing videos because I'm actually paying 100% attention to what I'm doing. Versus before, sometimes I would be not really paying attention. But I've never actually like cut myself just while shaving. It's always while not paying attention or doing something else. Or just picking up a blade to put it into the razor. That's another easy way. Okay, so I'm done with this leg. Now I'm going to stop the video and I will finish the other leg. Not on film. But once you're done, it's good to just, again, remove the excess soap. I have some water on this towel. And then after that, you want to moisturize with some sort of aftershave balm or lotion. So I like to use the whipped coconut butter that we offer. But you can use any type of lotion, any type of aftershave balm. Body lotion, it doesn't really matter, just something to provide moisture. You could even use coconut oil if you'd like. Just something to seal in the moisture and to prevent your skin from drying out so that you won't get razor burn. So that's it. I don't really have anything else. I'm excited though that I made it through my first Shavette shave with a feather blade without cutting myself. So, yay! All right, so until next time, I'm signing off and happy shaving. Thanks.